Welcome back, everyone. A new day and a new topic for us to discuss. So, the new trailers for Doomsday, teasers for Doomsday have come out. Which, to be fair, this has been hyping up since the 15-minute, cut every 15-minute cast reveals back in March in 2025 for who was going to be in it. And so now we've finally had little tasters of what sort of like angle this kind of story is going to go with Doomsday from Marvel. So that's very exciting. But I've got Kelly Autumn here to discuss. So very excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so these trailers are these little teasers are acting like it's going to be building up to another battle that's kind of similar to Endgame. Um, how are we feeling about the trailers like straight away before we like kind of like dive into each of them individually and
I'm a 50-50.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm a 50-50. I am loving the nostalgia, which we have discussed previous to this in weeks and everything when it was all announced. But at the same time, I'm a little bit worried and dubious about the whole bringing characters back.
Mhm.
Is this like a warning sign for the MCU, or is it just this thing happened, so this is plan B. It could actually be really good. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting because, Cap's back and Thor's back.
Mhm.
But then at the same time, it's like, "Ugh, is it gonna be? Ugh." So yeah, I'm a little bit 50-50. What about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. I think at first I was really hyped for Doomsday, and then I think I realized it was just the nostalgia and like having Robert Downey Jr. back because I know we're both big fangirls in this way, but
Daddy's home.
he's daddy. Like Tony is my dad. Tony and Ned Stark from Game of Thrones are my two fictional fathers. Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead is my fictional uncle. That is my little
Love
headspace.
that.
Okay. So I'm like, I actually don't like Tony Stark, like as in he's not my favorite character.
Mm.
He morally annoys me a lot of the time, but something in me is just like he's my father. So his like death was like like something so
Mm.
close. And like even now if I rewatch it, I can't not tear up. I just love him and I hate that he's gone. And I was really excited for Robert Downey Jr. to coming back to play Doom, but I also am a bit like, I don't know if this is gonna completely work for
Yeah.
casual fans who don't like. I just think sometimes Marvel is getting a bit alienated now for a lot of the average fans. Um, and just like to quickly say, I do think the impact has been lost. So, like, 2025 was a really bad year for Marvel. Like, it hasn't done
Mm.
as well in the box office. Like they haven't had like number ones in box offices. And I don't know if it's as relevant in 2026 as it was in 2019 when we had Endgame. And I do think they're really building on this nostalgia and acting like they're building so much, especially like we'll talk about it a little bit more in a bit, but especially like bringing in like the X-Men. That to me, the
Mm.
X-Men are still so removed from the MCU, even though I know they're kind of connected now. But I think before we completely get into these couple of trailers and like how we feel about it all, um, just like a bit of a quick dive. Obviously, since Endgame, well, kind of because of Endgame in a way, we've now have this like multi-universe like situation, especially because of like Loki and like Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Like they've really built up this where there's multiple universes in the Marvel storyline, Marvel universe, and different timelines, and they
I
can
also
all
feel
kind of.
family's become a very big theme in it
Hmm.
as well. It's like you had WandaVision with
Yeah.
her and Vision having kids. What is it? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got introduced to Sam's family and learnt about Bucky's family.
Yeah.
Um, we've had like with Wakanda Forever, the like Shuri, poor Shuri, she lost her family, then found a bit of family again. Um, the Fantastic Four being a family. I think family is very orientated in this timeline as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gone from like found family to actually family.
Mm,
And I don't know, I just think from the last like since Endgame, as someone who is a massive Marvel fan, I've even dropped off a bit. Like I did like the Loki series, I really liked, like the Scarlet Witch, and I am excited for Vision to come out. Um, it's just I think there's too much connection now, where back in the day I used to love like Jessica Jones and Daredevil,
Mm.
and I loved how they were in the same universe, but it was like that's it. Like it's just the same
It's
universe.
the
And
same but different.
it was so like it would be like
Mm.
an Easter egg rather than people showing up and like it all
Yeah.
interacting. Well, now I just think I remember my dad, bless him, me and my brother wanted to go and see Thor, uh, Love and Thunder, and my dad came with us. He has never watched any of these Marvel films,
Oh my
and
gosh.
he has
What a first
like
one.
no idea what's going on. And I think that's the thing, these films are so alienated where like
Mm.
if you think of other films like other like sort of franchises like Jurassic Park or
Mm.
um
Like it's
mm,
overcomplicating it with the
yeah,
multiverse and all
yeah,
of that type of stuff, and like bringing in different characters like the X-Men,
mhm,
and just that slight moment at the end of the Marvels where she meets her mum, and it's not her mum because it's a different multiverse, and she's with the X-Men. I was going to say X Factor then, I don't know why.
uh,
And all of this, but it's just I feel like it's very, as David Tennant says it as a doctor, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
mhm,
It's getting very complex and confusing.
yeah.
So
And I think like I do like just to compare to DC, I'm not really a DC girl. I'm always been a Marvel girl, but DC have like definitely like tried to do the whole universe and then kind of actually given up because I think they realized that they wanted to refresh, do new stories every now and again, and they shouldn't
mm,
have to keep them all connected. Like we had a Supergirl TV show about that finished a few years ago, and now we're getting a Supergirl movie.
mm,
They're not related at all. They're not going to be said they're in the same universe. That would be ridiculous.
yeah,
Where Marvel seem like they want to keep going with adding all of these, like, like we've had a new Fantastic Four, this is like the third, and I know that was to do with like a Sony situation. And then like Spider-Man, like we've got three sets of Spider-Man, and like it's like they don't want to release any of the older stuff, so they've created this
mm,
multi-universe, which works in comic books, but
yeah,
adaptation separation, I don't think it's completely working. So Doomsday is definitely something that I'm hyped for, but I don't feel like it's gonna. I might eat my words over this one. I don't feel like it's gonna work as well as they're hoping it will. Um, okay, so going from that, we had four teasers. Let's start with the first one. So we had a Steve
yeah,
Rogers little teaser.
yeah, I'm back.
Um, I don't know how if you had this with you if when you first found it, but everyone was convinced it was AI at first.
Was just about to say that. I was like, is
Yeah,
this real? And
because
only
it
when
could be
MCU posted it on
recording.
YouTube
Yeah,
was I like, oh, this is actually real.
yeah.
Damn.
It just felt like AI, and like
Yeah.
I love Steve, and I remember like there was such a rumor that like Chris was coming back because there was like I remember there was this like one interview, and someone in the comment was like, if not Captain America, why Captain America
Yeah.
shaped?
Like,
Like,
why have you all of a sudden shaved the beard and gone for the hairstyle,
why is
Chris?
he suddenly like
It's
really
like, why
pumped
you
up with
do that, Chris?
it? Yeah.
Well, it's like
Um,
it was around the time of Deadpool 3 when he was back as Johnny Storm, and I was like, ah, that's what it is. That's
yeah,
where, right, they got us there. And
yeah.
then it was like even afterwards, I was like, I wonder. I do
He's
wonder.
still shipped that way.
Yeah. And then I saw it and I was a bit like, I can't tell if this is fake.
Hmm.
And because everybody else was posting it, but MCU hadn't posted it on their pages. So I
Hmm.
was like, nah, this isn't real because they haven't posted it. And then it was like, I think it was you that sent it to me on the YouTube, the MCU YouTube channel. I was like, what? This is real. Oh my God. What was it? That thing, that meme from The Office. Oh my God, it's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody panic.
Okay, so like should we like break it down a little bit as well? Like so obviously it's him just on his bike and then um kind of putting his suit away and then there's a baby. And so obviously everyone's just like I think one thing that I've seen a lot of people saying is we assume it's his baby. We actually don't know.
Yeah, don't
Like some
know.
people think like I've been
Yeah,
just
there
sitting
should be
reading.
baby saying that could be Sharon. That
I know. I've seen the weirdest like one of
actually no, it wouldn't be Sharon because he would be a lot older if it was Sharon.
oh I know. I saw this one theory that it was actually gonna be Nat. And I was like as in
I have heard that, and he took her from the Red Room. Yeah,
I was like,
and I was like,
stop. But I don't
that's
know
just kind of weird.
who.
Raising your best friend as a bubba.
I don't think it is. I think it like kind of like saved her, but again, this is like when you're like you're now on an alternative timeline. Like, um,
Hmm.
so yeah, so
You've done
like
what Tilda Swinton said would happen. Which splinters it.
Printers. We so yeah, we don't actually know much. But I think the trailer felt that's why I think we thought it was AI because it just felt
Mm.
so weird. Um, I don't feel like these teasers. I don't know, like they're not like fulfilling me. Like, and as we go on, I think we both will say like the final two. I feel like we kind of dropped off a bit. So then we got the four trailer, which is him kind of like having like a little monologue moment.
Short-haired Thor is back, baby.
Yeah.
Short-haired Thor is
And
back.
I'm not mad. Like I like
Yeah.
four, but I
Yeah.
also feel like since his little franchise kind of turned into trying to merge it with Guardians of the Galaxy and then doing
Mm.
it's like I don't know if it's completely there.
I'm intrigued
Again,
to see what the fourth one is going to be like with him.
yeah. Yeah. So then we had, yeah, four. And then to connect that though, obviously he's got an adoptive daughter now,
Yeah,
um,
love.
Love. And then we've got the X-Men trailer, which was this is when I completely was like zoned out because I kind of saw it happen and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, she
I
didn't.
was like, I heard the voiceover and I was like, Gandalf? I completely forgot that Ian McKellen was in
Yeah.
the OG X-Men. And I was like,
Yeah.
Gandalf? What are you doing there? I know you left Middle Earth, but dude. And then I was like, oh, no, wait. When I saw Patrick Stewart, I was like, and all of this. But yeah, I was a bit at that moment with what's his name, the actor's name, James Marsden.
Mm,
Marsden? When he's literally screaming as Cyclops, and I was like, ooh,
mm.
the drama. Because now I'm like, are they bringing back Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Is Hugh Grant, not Hugh Grant, Hugh Jackman. God, could you imagine Hugh Grant playing Wolverine?
Oh my God.
We need that in our lives.
Yeah. I
Come
think
on,
this is,
MCU.
yeah, this is where I'm a bit again, like a lot of people are saying this is such a long running stat. Like, I think it's something like 25 years old. Like,
Yeah.
do we need to bring these characters into it? Um,
Well, it's like the whole after, what was it, Wolverine with Patrick Stewart in, and his
uh,
character, his version of Xavier died, and
yeah.
Patrick Stewart was flat out, that's it, I'm no longer with the MCU, and then he was back in Multiverse of Madness, and now this, and I'm a bit like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm like,
Yeah.
is it time to lay it to bed or bring it home?
I'm not a massive X-Men fan. Like I'm not I've watched a few of them. It's not my like my area.
Yeah.
But I do just think is this needed? Obviously, I until Doomsday comes out, I guess we don't really know what the angle is. But I
Mm.
just feel like this is not on my radar. Like are they making Doomsday too big? Like is there too many characters at this point? Again, if it was a comic, this would work. I don't feel like it's like Civil War. Like if you look at the comic of Civil War, there's so many more characters, but
Mm.
like it wouldn't have
It would have
worked.
been too eclectic
Yeah.
in and chaotic in the film.
Yeah.
But it's like all I keep thinking is like going back to the Thor and Captain
Yeah.
America, and then obviously RDJ coming back as Doom.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking is you've had people like Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda, you've had Paul Bettany as Vision, you've had not Catherine Heigl, Catherine who plays Agatha,
Hmm.
Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie. Basically been Haley Steinfeld. You've been building up like the new Avengers and everything.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh and all David Harbour and everything. Are they going to? They've been like thrust into the center, into the
Hmm.
front and center. Are they going to be then withdrawn for
Hmm.
the OG3 coming back? And it's going to
Yeah.
actually just be them? Because that's what my worry is. Because I'm like, they've worked hard for the last, say, 6, 7 years
Hmm.
on this new timeline. And are they now going to be shoved back into the background for these three main characters? Because to me, I feel that's a bit of a risk because although we love the OG3,
Hmm.
at the same time, it's like you they left and went their separate ways, and we got a build up to the new Avengers, and now all of a sudden they're in the background again, and these three are forefront. So it is kind of like a will that work, or is that kind of like
Yeah.
desperate a bit disrespectful to those that have been working hard in the line, like in the forefront.
Yeah. I think it's just just saying about like X-Men again. I just think these are just too old of characters.
Mhm.
Like 25 years they've been around. Like I
I
think
can't
for
believe
people
it's
like
been
me, like
25 years.
yeah, it's so 2000s. Like
Yeah.
it just
It
doesn't
was so
feel relevant.
2001.
Yeah, it doesn't feel relevant to come back. And like
Yeah.
I just feel like they're just pulling them in for the sake of pulling them in.
It's like when I heard of X-Men coming back, I thought it was like the James McAvoy, Michael
Yeah,
Fassbender
that's what I mean.
version
I think we
because they were
thought
more recent.
it's like
But
the old versions that are coming back.
yeah, but I mean, you never know. Maybe they're coming back as well, and they're different
Yeah.
X-Men at different multiverses kind of
Then
vibe.
like it is like are these all like kind of like red herrings in a way and they're all just going to die
Mm,
within the first like 20 minutes and like
yeah.
but the whole yeah I agree. I think I'm gonna say something that I think a lot of people might agree with is I just think Doomsday is coming too soon for
Mm,
Marvel. I think if you look at back in like it's like the stuff they've done since Endgame in this phase they haven't had faith in, they haven't
mm,
allowed to stand on its own. I discussed it I did a news article thing about this but like for example like a Thunderbolts I
mm.
was always excited for Thunderbolts just because I'm such a Bucky fan but the advertisement was shit, it was so
Yeah.
shit at first and then they
And the
kind
fact that the MCU literally spoiled it for people who hadn't been able to go to the cinema the first week opening
yeah
weekend and
then they were
learned that they
bad.
were the new Avengers, all of a
Yeah.
sudden it's out on the Friday and on the Monday, MCU were like, the new Avengers. It's like,
Mhm.
thanks, mate. I haven't been able
Yeah.
to go see it yet. So
Yeah, I
thanks for
kind of
spoiling
spoiled
that
the
ending for me,
ending.
dudes.
But they definitely like the months going up to the film, they changed the marketing and they
Mm,
made it much more indie in a way. Like they kind of like followed like more of an A24 like style, um,
mm.
kind of like showing, not telling.
Oh, it's like the girl who
And
played the
I think it
Taskmaster.
worked. It kind of
Yeah,
like built it up a bit more, made it have a bit more hype.
yeah.
Fantastic Four was kind of similar. Like I don't feel like it had as hype as it. I feel like the actors kind of pulled it rather
Mm.
than the hype of it. But yeah, I just feel like the last few years we haven't had like a good run. Like they like especially like the Mar like
It would have been nice to have
Marvel and
had it like the OG storyline where you had the Avengers first where they got together. Then you had the second lot of Avengers where they expanded,
mm,
changed slightly, and then you had like Civil War, which had two teams of Avengers and they split.
mm,
Then it went to Infinity War where everybody was brought it, like a lot of people were brought in to end on Endgame with that amazing
mm,
show-stopping portal scene,
mm,
which I am so enthusiastic about the fact that Endgame is going back into the cinemas because I get to watch that on a cinema screen again. Because that moment for me was just
oh, it's
you are
epic.
literally a part of history there because that was fantastic and I still get welled up and shivers and chills and everything every time that happens. And but I think that it would have been nice to have had the new Avengers kind of like
Mm,
have that a film with like the basics of like the new Avengers getting together,
mm,
then adding a few more and then building up to Doomsday. But it's kind of like, oh, because you've had Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, it's like, bam, here you go. There's 30 odd main
yeah.
actors.
But I think that's the thing. I think Doomsday, I think we kind of thought was gonna kind of be in that way because we obviously have the Fantastic Four that are at the end of Thunderbolt's little end credits. It looks like they'll come into our universe.
Mm.
And then I say our universe like we're in the world in
Yeah.
Marvel. Um
Come to our planet.
they're coming to our planet. But I absolutely like kind of lost what I was saying then.
Sorry.
But I think like it was going oh yeah so like we then have like Thunderbolts so we already have like this set of the new Avengers and then we
Mhm.
also had with Captain America Sam him clearly going to be making like the young Avengers and then him and
Yeah,
Bucky having a little bit of a clash at the end of Thunderbolts and I
with
think that
Bucky.
could have just been a film and I think that's one thing I think
Mm.
we these two
That would have been a new version of a Civil War.
yeah, I think we
Anyway.
thought these two teams and Fantastic Four were just going to be like the main core for Doomsday, but
Yeah.
now, like they've brought back, like I said, Steve, Thor,
Mm, that's what I'm saying is I'm
yeah.
worried that all these characters that they've put into our
Mhm,
line of vision are now going to be, and like you said, with the whole Sam and Bucky thing, we saw their relationship throughout Falcon and the Winter Soldier really, and in a way, they both got a version of Steve back from each other and found that bond between each other to encourage each other to be their best person.
Yeah.
And then in Endgame, Brave New World, we saw Bucky be there for Sam in that hospital scene, which is such a small scene but so vital.
Hmm.
And him give Sam that vital bit of information again of, look, we might be super soldiers, but quite frankly, we don't like you have the humanity and all of that. But with the whole at the end of the Thunderbolts slash New Avengers,
Yeah.
is what annoyed me is Sam being angry at Bucky because I'm like, in Brave New World, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you gave up the shield because of understandable reasons.
Yeah.
And then you picked up the shield and you became Captain America. In Brave New World, Harrison Ford's president asked you to get the Avengers back together. You were again doubting yourself on doing that. You didn't seem as bothered about doing it. He wasn't as obviously proactive in doing it. There is literally a press conference with press there showing Val shot like dropping that on them. They had no idea about it, and Val literally using it for her own advantage. I don't understand why Sam hasn't clicked with that it wasn't Bucky's idea.
Yeah.
Bucky hasn't stolen the Avengers from him. And
Mhm.
also, as well, Bucky is an Avenger. He was
Yeah.
literally in that scene in Endgame with the portals, and Cap says Avengers assemble. So everyone who came out of that portal in
Isn't.
that moment became an Avenger.
Hmm.
So therefore, he is an Avenger. It's not like he's just like come out of nowhere and stolen it.
Hmm.
He literally fought for the planet multiple
I
times.
will always have justice for Bucky. I just love him so
Oh
much.
yeah, I always have
Um,
justice for Bucky, but I did find that little bit of a
mhm.
moment a bit confusing because I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on a second. In Brave New World, Sam wasn't sold on him doing that.
Yeah.
So what? And then he'll have witnessed Val do that, knowing what Val's like.
Yeah, Bucky would have been honest with him
Yeah.
about
And
it.
Bucky would have told him, like, mate, not my choice. It's hardly
Yeah.
like we could turn around and say, no, we're not doing it.
Hmm.
Um, but quite frankly, also as well, Sam knowing what Bucky's been through
Hmm.
and that he deserves the win and the decent press, um, and all of that. And I
Yeah,
just
it
for
felt really
me,
out of
that
character.
moment, I was like, we need to see more of that.
Hmm.
And
I
like
got
you
to think
said, that could
about,
have been a film.
yeah, the Thunderbolts end credits is the technically the first clip we got of Doomsday because it was
Mm.
the only clip that they filmed while they started. It was like the first bit they filmed while they were filming Doomsday, so it was by the same director.
Yeah.
It was so that,
Thunderbolts.
huh?
Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four.
No, Thunderbolts.
Like,
So that
I don't
end
remember seeing
credit,
Doom in.
yeah, that was the first ever. So that was technically filmed as they started filming Doom.
Right, I'm
Like
with you.
that's
Oh,
why,
so the Fantastic Four coming in is,
yeah,
yeah, sorry,
that's why they all
I was
look
having a
slightly
brain fart
different.
moment then. I was like, I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing Doom in it.
yeah.
Oh
Because
no,
when
I'm
they
gonna have
said
to go
about it,
watch
they
it again.
actually, yeah, I think they only filmed it like 6 months before the film, which obviously
Right.
big Marvel films usually take like a year over that to edit and come out.
Yeah.
They filmed it like about 6 months before because like, um, but the last teaser was Wakanda slash Fantastic
Mm.
kind of having a little, well,
Umbaco can throw my back out.
having a little moment. I think in a way that was the first little bit that actually there's conversation. It feels a bit more not dread in a way. Like it,
Mm.
it has
Kind of like hope because the Wakandans are
yeah,
there.
yeah. So that one was definitely a good one I kind of to end on, but
Yeah.
with the whole X-Men teaser to this teaser, I kind of feel like I just lost
Mm.
excitement by this point. Um, and I do really like the Fantastic Four. Like I do think, but one thing that we've both kind of touched on that I think now that we've gone through all of the teasers is the main thing that is connecting all of these characters is children, which makes
Hmm.
me feel a bit like, what is Doom doing? Why? Because at the end of
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, he goes
Oh
to
yeah, he meets I've forgotten the baby's name. frankly.
Child.
The little blonde kid with the
And
powers.
yeah, this one be like I've given up. There's too many characters. I can't remember
Yeah.
everyone's name. Yeah, and like so there's that little moment, and then I think because Steve Rogers has a child, Ford has a
Mm.
child. It is
And
like
obviously Xavier has a school of gifted children.
yeah, so it is like what is Doom doing, and like
Yeah.
what is this? Is he like is he just I don't know. Like is this what
Yeah,
we
I saw a theory that because I saw a theory online, I don't know if you saw it, and it was on TikTok or something, saying about there was going to be a Doctor Doom trailer at the end.
Mhm.
That was supposed to be the fourth one. So that I don't know where that came from, but somebody was saying it, and they were saying that Doom is basically searching the multiverse for his kid.
Okay.
Like, well, why are you taking all these like these kids that you don't know? Because don't you know your own child, mate?
Because this is the thing, we don't know if he's actually taken them, but like it
Yeah,
feels like
but
he is.
like,
Like we haven't seen him
but
physically.
mate,
Yeah, but then this is like where it's gonna. I also do think like the whole Robert Downey Jr. being Doom, even though we have had the reveal of him playing it and stuff, we haven't seen him as that character yet.
yeah,
So I think that trailer that might be held for the main trailer that might come out.
yeah.
These have been teasers so far.
I have to go back though to what you just saying about the reveal of Robert Downey Jr. Can I just point out that was such a Robert Downey Jr. reveal? That was fantastic. Just the mask off and the arms out, like, yeah, man. That was just such a cool Comic-Con moment.
It was amazing. Like he always brings it, and obviously, like by the end of this year, we're gonna like obviously it comes out on the 18th of December.
Which,
Um,
yeah.
and like and we've also got like more Spider-Man films coming out, and I do just want to do like a really weird like side. Like I feel like every episode I end up saying something about my actual job, but I work at Pinewood mostly, and obviously Pinewood is where
I'm not jealous
the
at
man.
all.
Yeah, so Doomsday was getting filmed while I was at work.
Oh,
And
I would have been
I was
arrested.
Oh my God. But like I'm only gonna say this because like I'm not saying anything about what I've seen. That is not what I'm doing because I've not signed an
Yeah.
NDA, but I also respect people I work with.
No, yeah.
But there was a leaked some guy had jumped over the fence and like gone onto one of the
Oh,
sets.
she's waiting.
And this is what I'm going to talk about because I've never seen this. Like, I never saw this set. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but it looked like
Oh
an
my
X-Men
gosh.
like mansion. And I was like, oh my God. So I do have this horrible feeling that like the first like 10, 15 minutes of Dooms is just going to him go into all of these different places, killing off all of these
Yeah.
characters. So like that's why it's the X-Men because they've only been in
Kind
it.
of like in Thor: Love and Thunder with Christian
Yeah.
Bale's character, where he would go to all the different gods and just kill them off.
Yeah.
Because you just saying that, I am now wondering if the scene with Cyclops screaming in the rubble and the disruption is him screaming at the school
Yeah.
being destroyed with the people in it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm like, have this like really weird feeling like it's going to be
Ooh.
like the first 20 minutes is just going to be like loads of our like
Yeah.
big characters dying. So then it will probably maybe just be the Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, and
Yeah.
or maybe and Wakanda and like kind of maybe being the
Kind of
main
like with Scream,
war.
where they pulled in Drew Barrymore's name
Mhm.
to get the audience in, and then she's the first one to.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't already seen it. If
People
you
die in
haven't,
Scream.
like, without sounding rude, dude, it's been out for 30 years. You need to have watched it by now. It's great.
Yeah.
Um,
But like that was
no,
like one of the like I remember when I was in Pinewood though, it was like I think not the girls in the post office actually hated me because I was always trying to get like not exactly the gossip, but like it was always like I
tell
don't
me the info.
no, it wasn't that because I really do respect like obviously
Yeah.
I work by the way, I work on like Midsummer Murders. So there's not really anything I can say and we are we don't
I'll tell you who the murderer is if you tell me something.
we'll add to episode 5. Like, but we don't have a code word. We don't have to like Pinewood's fun because you will like see code words and it takes you
Mm.
ages to figure out what they are and you figure it out by the time they've bloody gone.
Oh, yes. It's nice a little brain teaser at work.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah, it's
that.
like a little brain teaser. Like sometimes you'll bump into like a PA and you'll be like, "So what is it?" And like I think it took me a while to realize Spider-Man's code word. Again, I'm not saying it on here because that is something I can't tell you. But it took me ages, and I was like clever. Like when I figured it out, I was like, "Well done."
Is it man spider?
I can imagine Spider.
This
Um,
will shock them. This will confuse them. It's man spider.
yeah, but yeah, and I do. I think there was only like one set, but it was always like cut off, and it was like a backlot. And I just can't believe someone like broke in and was able to like take videos of that. And like I just remember like talking about it and I was saying to like anyone like I was like more trying to find the plot of the security. I just wanted to know
Yeah.
like what.
Just you saying about people like breaking in and doing the
Yeah.
security stuff. Like obviously there was a lot of stuff on TikTok for the most recent series that's coming out of Bridgerton.
Yes.
And the amount of times that people have said to me if I've gone to see a film or something or watched a TV show before, then they're like, eh, spoilers. I was like,
Yeah.
you kept sending me stuff from behind, like some people
I
doing that with
know.
Bridgerton. It's like,
Yeah.
how about don't post those spoilers
Mhm.
online. Don't turn around and say to me, watch this like spoilers when I'm not even telling you anything about the plot. I've literally just said, oh, I went to see that last night, and then move the conversation on. And then they say spoilers. Shut up.
Mhm.
You literally sent me videos spoiling stuff all the time. I literally just told, is it a am I spoiling the movie by telling you that I went to see it? Kind of like, but I always wondered with you as well, you saying about Pinewood, how do they do you know, like when they're filming outside? How do do they have like do you know like an airport has a no drone fly zone and everything?
All
Is
the
it
time
like
with that.
that so they can shoot them down if somebody uses a drone to try and get footage?
Yeah, so there has been I remember like House of Dragon and when I worked at like Leavesden, House of Dragon got some drone footage at one point and like I we were working. This is definitely not a spoiler anymore because it's like five
Yeah.
years back, I think. But I was working on A Quiet Place day one and the
Mm.
back lot, I think they really like so like there was this drone shot that came out of Leavesden and half of it I think was like so there's like it's gone now, which is really sad, but there was a massive New York set at Leavesden
Yeah.
because they built it for the Fantastic Four on the back of Harry Potter. So obviously they put the
Mm.
money in and built it. So they had two Fantastic or three Fantastic Four films that were filmed there, and then they kind of left it and kind of just held it, and they would use it for a lot of other films. So I was on a quiet day a Quiet Place day one, and we used it. So obviously, it used to look like a 1920s, but we built it, and it really
Yeah.
now looks more like 2015. And so like it was used for that. And I remember like this drone shot coming out of it, and I was like, oh, "That's so weird." And but then they all
Just
kept
no.
going, and there's this like section right at the back of Leavesden that was the House of Dragons set, and like
Yeah, I saw
again,
that when I went there for an event.
yeah, but like you don't see it because like
Mm.
you don't go over there. Like sometimes if you like when you work at these like if the gates are like of the sound stages if they're completely open. I remember I saw like one of the Wicked sets because like they had doors wide
Yeah.
open and I was like walking past and I was like, "Oh, Emerald City." Like it was
Follow the
like
yellow brick road.
yeah, it was like so like I can't not
Yeah.
see it. It was so
I love a job where you can like you just walking past. Oh look, it's the Emerald City.
pretty.
It's like working on a film this weekend, and there was a scene where somebody spits,
Mm.
and the makeup art designer had to create a spit.
Oh God.
And I love a job that as a makeup trainee who works in this industry gets to say a sentence. So how did you make the spit? And or how much blood do you want me to bring to set today? And
Yeah,
all of this stuff. I love our job sometimes for the fact that you can say the most insane things, but it's normal.
it's so normal.
Like, oh, I was just delivering a post and then I saw the Emerald City,
Yeah,
as you
it's
do.
good. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, so like
Yeah.
Pinewood is definitely different, like I said, because it's so Marvel heavy. Like they had like like Spider-Man was there while I was there, Doomsday. They were doing Vision while I was there as well. I feel like there was one more, but I don't really know what it was.
Can I
Um
just interrupt you dead quickly? You mentioned Vision. I am so happy for Paul Bettany to
mhm.
get that series because I have never met him. I'd love to meet him, but that guy is just like the Brandon Fraser of the MCU. He
Yeah.
is so freaking adorable, and I always remember him from A Knight's Tale.
Oh my God, such a good film.
I mean, I don't do it naked like he does in the film, but sometimes when life has got me down, I'll go a walk and then my mum will be like, what you like, where have you gone? Like been? I was like, to trudge. When everything has failed, you trudge. So that's what I do. I would love to say to him when things aren't working out and I need a break and everything, I don't say I'm going for a walk in nature, it's I'm going to trudge.
Yeah, but like yeah.
I made you chuckle with that one.
Yeah, I do.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I find like leaks anyway. Leaks for Marvel, I find absolutely fascinating.
Mm.
Because someone who works at that place, I'm just like, how the hell did you? I don't even know, and I
Like,
work there.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you leak this? And like I said, like I have not had to sign an NDA, but I'm still gonna fucking respect it. Like I'm
Yeah.
never, if like I said, I do know code words, not bloody telling anyone,
Yeah.
because I've worked on like I said, I worked on day one, and like
Mm.
it was like. we did get papped, and it's very weird as a crew member because
Oh
you're
God,
like,
yeah.
it's definitely a grey area, and like because everyone knows something
Mm.
because you are working next door to another office, and like when I was on A Quiet Place, we were next door to like Blitz, so like we would
Oh
know
yeah.
Blitz, and like and obviously like House of Dragons was in the block net like behind us, so like you do like see Matt Smith just walking their dog,
Yeah.
but you still have to
Him
kind of like
dressed in the blonde wig walking a dog. I
careful
love
with a little
that
wig net on. It was fucking amazing. Best day of
idea.
my life seeing Matt Smith.
It's like that. It always takes me back to that picture of Brad Pitt
Yeah.
on a beach in, I think it was Malta, filming Troy on a mobile, like fully
Yeah.
dressed as Achilles with a mobile phone in his hand. And I'm
So
like, I
fun.
love this.
Right. But I think this is the thing, like I think going back to like Doom, we
Yeah.
are excited for it. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
I
I'm
think Marvel,
intrigued. I want to
yeah, I'm
know.
intrigued, but I think Marvel fans like us, we're just a bit like, is this gonna work? Like,
I
is
think it
this
is because of
now?
our neurodiversity as well, the dopamine fix, because it's like, is it going to go that way? Is it going to
Yeah,
go this way? It's not predictable.
yeah.
But then even when it is predictable, you just like, look, he's on screen. I don't care. So I think that's part of the reason why they keep Sebastian Stan alive in the MCU and just throw him and Tom Hiddleston in screen every now and again, and everybody's forgiven them. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Bucky, oh, Loki, I'm
Yeah, but
happy.
yeah, and in a way, I kind of like hope like Chris Evans coming back. Like, I kind of hope in a way he is only on screen for like 5 minutes because I do love him. I do like
Yeah,
I was
slams the door
sad
in
because
Doom's face. Get lost.
yeah, like I did and didn't like his ending, but that
Mm,
doesn't mean I want it rewritten because
yeah,
it's done, it's dusted. And so I'm a bit like about him coming back. And this is why I hope maybe it's just like loads of little like clips of him just going to
yeah,
these like other multi-universes and like instead of them all teaming up to do whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I have to admit, you saying that, I kind of would like a scene where it opens up with Doom being at the door. Steve comes and opens the door. Doom's like, or some like the Avengers are there, like, come fight with us. And he's like, get fucked, mate. And shuts the door.
Closes the door.
Retired, bitch.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
Fun.
sorry, Steve's not home. That would be funny.
Well, I think that's all we can really say though now about these little teasers. I think we like kind of got off topic a little bit, but we brought it back. So anyone listening, thank you for listening to our rambles and please let us know what you're thinking. Like
Yes.
what is everyone are we excited? Are we not excited? Like have we got concerns? Like what's everyone's theories about Doomsday? Like I want to hear it and like
We want all the emotions
we
that
want
you're
all the
feeling.
emotions. As the year goes on, we'll keep talking about it and then obviously I
We
will
should
bring
come back when it comes
I
out.
was gonna say I'm gonna bring you back and we'll like
Yeah, we'll listen to
December.
this podcast and we'll be like, well, we were wrong.
Yeah, so we've
Oh
had
God.
Kelly with us. Did you want to say any of your socials?
Uh, if I could, but I have no idea what they are. I know my name's Kelly Autumn and it's got MUA in it. So
Well,
if you can put those in the
I'll
search
definitely link
bar
you.
and find me, there's a picture of me painting lips on somebody, if that
I'll link
helps.
you below. So if anyone wants to find you your hair and makeup trainee for
I am so old and useless.
fine. Okay, yeah. Anyway, like I said, please let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Bye, guys.